Guys, all right, guys, we are live with another one. Okay, we are live with another one. The mic is hot. Okay, you already know what this is. Welcome to your channel. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys, you already know what it is. This is my UFC fight predictions. For my UFC fight prediction for 2025, my record stands at 254 wins and 167 losses. That's 254 wins and 167 losses. Guys, I'm going to run through this UFC fight predictions as fast as possible, okay? Rapid fire. The reason being is because I happen to believe this card is trash, okay? Like Anthony Smith will say, on paper, this card is trash. Okay, last week's card that happened on Saturday, that card was trash. Okay, the savior, okay, of that card. All right, you already know who it was. It was Acosta. Waldo Cortez Acosta is the heavyweight who is going to save that heavyweight division, and not only save the heavyweight division, but let me tell you something. He saved that card because that card was atrocious. All right, 1 being trash, 10 being best. Last week I rated that card a 4. And let me tell you something. This card is looking like a 3, guys. Pure facts, guys. But anyways, guys, rapid fire. Let me give you my UFC fight predictions. Here we go. All right, Tisa Pennington. All right, Tisa Pennington versus Denise Gomez. All right, Tisa Pennington, let me tell you something. Okay, she is 2-1 in her last 3, but let me tell you something. She is phenomenal. All right, she's fought the who's who in that division, in the UFC specifically. Okay, she's been in the UFC for a very long time now. Let me tell you something. She has some mileage. Okay, she has some mileage, but she's fought the who's who. Okay, she has great cardio, good striker. All right, she's Puerto Rican. All right, so you already know she's gonna hit you with that salsa dance, maybe. All jokes aside, she's really, really good. When it comes to Denise Gomez, look, she has power. She's an okay striker. She sometimes gets a little sloppy, but she's an okay striker. And she's also okay on the ground. She's pretty decent on the ground. You know, Denise Gomez is 3-0 in her last 3 fights. You know, if I had to pick somebody right now, gun in my head, guys, I like Tisa Pennington. I really do. Even though Denise Gomez is on a 3-fight winning streak, I like Tisa Pennington. I always have. I think she has a lot of abilities. I still think she could compete at a high level. And I think Tisa Pennington ends up taking this fight, guys. I think she beats Denise Gomez. So if I had to pick somebody right now, I'm going to go for Tisa Pennington to beat Denise Gomez. All right, guys, moving on. We got Adrian Yanez versus Christian Quinones. Christian Quinones. All right, Adrian Yanez versus Christian Q. I'm gonna call that Christian Q. Adrian Yanez, 1-2 in the last 3 fights. Okay, technical striker. All right, very technical striker, good boxing, fast hands. When it comes to Christian, you know, Christian gets a little bit sloppy, you know, likes to brawl. But he got some, you know, he got some good grappling as well, guys. He really got some good grappling, fast pace. But like I said, Christian is a little bit sloppy, man. You know what I mean? It's a little bit sloppy, so man, this is the battle of 1 and 2. Okay, both guys are 1 and 2 in their last 3 fights. I'm gonna go with Adrian Yanez to take this fight. I think Adrian Yanez is just the better technical striker, and I think Christian's sloppiness is gonna get himself into trouble, especially against a technical striker like Adrian Yanez. All right, moving on, guys. We got Josh Hokic versus Max Gimenez. Let me read some of these comments. My brother, I'm first. GTA Shorts. Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat, man. How you doing? Hopefully you've been good. You know what I mean? Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, okay? Support the community. All right, we got Josh Hokick. Josh Hokick, I don't even know his record, to be honest with you. I know he comes from the Contender Series, so he's fairly new. He doesn't really have a record fighting in the UFC. Super athletic. You know, Josh, he comes from a, I believe he comes from a football background. I ended up reading that somewhere. I believe Josh has a football background, high level football player, super athletic, okay, and he has some good ground and pound. From what I saw, he has some good ground and pound. He does come from the Contender Series, like I said. Now, when it comes to Max, he has great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He has good power as well, okay? Look, I like Josh. He's super athletic, like I said. He has some power. But I honestly think if Josh, because Josh does like to bring the fight to the ground, and he does like to utilize his grappling, but I think Josh might catch himself in a submission. Okay, I think Max's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is good enough to actually submit a guy like Josh. Now, look, if Josh goes in there and wins the fight by KO or something like that, I won't be surprised just because he's super powerful, super athletic, like I said. But I like Max, man. I like Max. I think Max could beat Josh, most likely by submission. I believe in Max's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, guys. Let me read some of these comments. I'm good, my friend. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I cannot complain. Okay, I cannot complain right now. You know, I'm giving my UFC fight prediction as it stands. But, guys, I'm going to go with Max to beat Josh. I think he's going to win by submission, guys. All right, moving on. We got Jamal Embers versus Hyder Amil. Okay, Jamal Embers, he is 2-1. Okay, good striker. Really, really good wrestling. When it comes to Hyder Amil, I mean, he has aggressive pace. He likes to push the pace very, very aggressively. He has some good grappling. If he's able to take the fight to the ground, his ground and pound is super, super dangerous. This is the battle of 2-1, guys. Jamal Embers is 2-1 in his last 3. Hyder Amil, he's 2-1 in his last 3 as well. I'm gonna have to pick Hyder Amil. I'm gonna pick Hyder Amil to win this fight, guys. I think Hyder Amil is just. I honestly think his ability to take the fight to the ground and be so dangerous with his ground and pound, I think Hyder Amil will actually successfully win because of his ground and pound, to be honest with you. Jamal Embers likes to utilize his wrestling, so I do believe the fight hits the ground, but I think Hyder Amil ends up on top and most likely wins by ground and pound. All right, moving on, guys. I'm going for Hyder Amil. We got Robert Valentin versus Jackson McVeigh, okay? Jackson McVeigh is 0-1 in his last fight. Jackson McVeigh is a good striker, okay? Good ground game. You know what I mean? If he has some good grappling, he's able to take you down. He can hold you down, control you, land some ground and pound as well. When it comes to Robert, super powerful, okay? He's super powerful, but he's sloppy. He kind of comes forward headlong. You know what I mean? He could put himself into danger, to be honest with you. He's super, super fucking... he's just a super tough guy, to be real. He's just a super tough guy. And I believe Robert Valentine, even though Robert Valentine is 0-3 in his last 3 fights, I believe Robert Valentine, he has fought better competitors, to be honest with you. And he has more experience. I think Robert Valentine takes this because of his ability to have more experience. I think Jackson McVeigh is going to lose this fight. I think Robert Valentine could win this by knockout, to be honest with you. All right, moving on. We got Miles Johns versus Daniel Marcus, okay? Miles Johns is 1-2 in his last 3 fights. He's a good wrestler, good cardio. Good wrestler. Sorry about that. Good wrestler. His cardio isn't so good, okay? Miles Johns' cardio is not that great, to be honest with you. He could be super good in the first round, but in the second and third round, you can see how Miles Johns starts to slow down. He throws a lot of power punches as well, so maybe that's the reason why he doesn't have a lot of good cardio. Daniel Marcus, his power is good. He's a good striker. His takedown defense is super good. I believe it's like above 60%. Has super good cardio. He's 2-1 in his last 3. I think Daniel Marcus is going to take this just for the simple reason that he's better everywhere than Miles Johns. And not only is he better everywhere than Miles Johns, but he also has better cardio as well, guys. Okay? Way better cardio than Miles Johns. So I'm going to pick Daniel Marcus to take this fight, guys. All right, moving on, guys. I'm going through these rapid fire, guys. All right? I'm not going to spend too much time giving you my UFC fight predictions for this card because, like I said, guys, this card is trash. I rated this card a 3. Okay, 1 being trash, 10 being best, and I rated this a 3. Card is trash. But anyways, guys, all right, we got Matt Snow versus Joseph Morales. Joseph Morales, I believe he comes from the Ultimate Fighter as well, if I'm not mistaken. Matt Snow, good striker, good BJJ skills. He's fought high caliber, competitors as well. 1-2 in his last 3. Joseph Morales is also 1-2 in his last 3. Good wrestler, good grappling. His striking isn't all there, to be honest with you, but I like his wrestling. I like his grappling ability. I think he'll be able to, wrestle Matt Snow to the ground. Don't get me wrong. Even though Matt Snow has good wrestling and good BJJ as well, I just think Joseph Morales' wrestling is superior than Matt Snow. So for those reasons, guys, I'm going to pick Joseph Morales to take this fight, guys. I think Joseph Morales would be able to out-wrestle Matt, to be honest with you. So I'm going with Joseph. All right, moving on, guys. Okay, we got Ricky Simón versus Raoni Barcelones. Excuse me, guys. Ricky Simón is 2-1 in his last 3. Good wrestling, good takedown, good cardio. I mean, Ricky Simón could go in there. He could, duck and dodge your punches, and he can land a clean punch. KO ability. He's not known as a KO artist, don't get me wrong, but he does have KO ability. All right. I have seen this guy knock out some heads, okay? And when it comes to Raoni Barcelones, I mean, he's 3-0 in his last 3 fights, guys. Good record, good wrestling. He's pretty much good everywhere, to be honest with you. Ricky Simón is 2-1 in his last 3, like I said. Man, this is a tough one for me. This one is a tough one for me to pick, to be honest. Man, I'm gonna go with Ricky, guys. I'm gonna go with Ricky. I think Ricky will be able to pull it off. I think Barcelones most likely will get himself into trouble. He's definitely going to try to utilize his wrestling, but I think Ricky Simón's wrestling is just as good as his. But I think Ricky Simón has the ability to get the KO, to be honest with you, if Barcelones, runs into some mistakes. So I'm gonna go with Ricky Simón, guys. All right, I'm gonna go with Ricky Simón. How you doing? How are you doing, guys? Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, how are you doing? Hopefully you're having a great Monday. Okay, blessings to you and yours. All right. We got Ismael Bonfim 1-2 in his last 3 fights. Christian Padilla. Chris Padilla. Sorry about that. Chris Padilla 3-0. Okay, Chris Padilla is 3-0 in his last 3 fights. Well-rounded. Good takedown. Super durable. Good cardio. He's like a fucking workhorse out there, to be honest with you, when it comes to Chris Padilla, excuse me. Ismael Bonfim, I mean, he's a wild striker, okay? He has some BJJ. His BJJ skills is good. He has some power in his hands as well, guys. He really does. This one was a tough one for me too, man. Ismael Bonfim, I mean, he's fought some high-level competitors as well. But I think Chris Padilla is just better everywhere. He's just better everywhere, well-rounded, and I think he's just more superior when it comes to his mixed martial arts skills, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna pick Chris Padilla to take this fight, guys. All right, guys, we got moving on. We got Muslim Salikov, okay, versus Uris Medic. Okay, Uris Medic is 2-1 in his last 3 fights. Muslim is 3-0 in his last 3 fights. Medic, he's a good striker. He has some good finishes to be real. Good finishing rate. If Medic has you hurt, his killer instinct is he has phenomenal killer instinct. If he has you hurt, he's gonna take you out. All right. Medic has that ability to just smell blood in the water and just attack you if you get hurt. Okay. But Muslim, man, let me tell you something. He's a good striker. He has power in his hands. Good wrestler. He is an old guy. I don't want to say an old guy. He is over 40 or 40 years old, I want to say. So he's been around the game for a long time. He really has. This one was a tough one for me too, guys. It really was. Because Muslim is 3-0 in his last 3 fights, you know what I mean? But he's 40 years old, you know what I mean? And sometimes, like I always say, sometimes you wake up and you're your fucking age. You know, you just wake up and you got, and you pull a fucking hammy in your back. You know what I mean? You wake up and you just feel 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder, I mean, but Muslim, I mean, maybe he always feels 40 and he just performs very well. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's hard for me to pick right now. Oh, man. I'm going to go with Medic, guys. I'm going to go with Medic. I think Medic will be able to take this one. I won't be surprised if Muslim just takes this win, to be honest with you. But honestly, I'm going to pick Medic just because he's a younger guy. He's probably going to be more athletic. He's probably going to have the faster punches because he is a technical striker, good striker. So I'm going to pick Medic to win this one by unanimous decision or split decision. But I won't be surprised if Muslim could pull it off. Moving on, guys. We got Marco Tulio versus Christian Duncan. Okay. Marco Tulio is 2-0 in his last 2 fights. Christian Duncan is 2-1 in his last 3 fights. Christian Duncan, he has good power, good pressure. You know what I mean? He always tries to step forward and put you in a bad position. He's wild. You know, he tries to throw punches just, you know, from everywhere. He could get a little wild sometimes, but let me tell you something. In that wild exchange, excuse me, he can be very dangerous. Marco Tulio is also a good striker, good grappler. His takedown ability is really, really good as well. And he has submission ability as well, to be honest with you. Both guys have really good records. 2-1 with Christian, 2-0 with Marco. This is a tough one for me, guys. Let me read some of these comments. JDM versus Islam. Who you got, buddy? I'm gonna pick Islam. I think Islam Makhachev will be able to beat Jack, to be real with you. All right, guys. Marco Tulio or Christian Duncan, guys. I'm gonna go with Marco Tulio. I think he's gonna be able to pull this off, most likely by unanimous submission, guys. Okay, if this fight hits the ground, I think he'll win by submission. Okay, moving on. All right, we got Maria Silva versus Jacqueline Koo. All right, Jacqueline, she's 3-0. Excuse me, 3-0 in her last 3 fights. Silva, I believe, I don't know, maybe, what is she, like 1-2 or something like that? Something like that. Silva, she's a good striker. She's fought the who's who in that division. She has good power, good grappling. She's really good everywhere, to be honest with you. But Jacqueline, she's a good striker as well. Rangy, technical striker, super strong. I think Jacqueline will be able to take this one, guys. I think Jacqueline will be able to beat Silva, even though Silva, I think she's the more experienced fighter. She's fought higher caliber competitors, but I think Jacqueline will be able to push her record to 4-0. To be honest with you, in her last 4 fights. So I'm gonna pick Jacqueline to win this fight, guys. All right, moving on to the main event of the evening, guys. Wow, guys, I kept this under 25 minutes. I literally kept this under 25 minutes. Usually it takes me 25 minutes to give my UFC fight predictions for these cards, but I'm happy I'm just rushing through this shit, okay, because this card is trash. Is Chandler versus Conor happening at White House? I'm not sure. I am not sure. I mean, according to Conor McGregor, I mean, he's training for that fight. He definitely wants to make an appearance at that White House card. Maybe he has made some changes, and maybe he is training. But as it stands right now, I am not sure. I am not sure. I mean, John Jones has a better opportunity to actually headline that White House card, to be real, the way it's looking right now. You know what I mean? But we got Gabriel Bonfim versus Randy Brown. Okay, both guys are 4-1 in their last 5 fights. Okay, Gabriel Bonfim, he's a good striker. His BJJ skills is really good. He's a good all-around mixed martial arts fighter. He's just good everywhere, to be honest with you. Okay, Randy Brown, he's a good striker. He's super tall. He uses his range to his advantage. He has, good striking. You know what I mean? He has some speed, to his punches, especially with that jab. That's the reason why he keeps his distance. He uses that jab to, range himself. Now, this one was a tough one for me as well. Alex versus Jones. Yeah, that's the fight to make, guys. Alex Pereira versus John Jones at the White House would be phenomenal. Phenomenal, guys. Okay, that's the fight to make. I would like to see that. This was a tough one for me. This was a tough one for me to pick because I like both guys. I like Gabriel Bonfim. I like Randy Brown. Randy Brown, he's shown a lot of abilities in the octagon. He's lost some split decisions, where I thought Randy Brown might have won those. But if I had to be honest, Gabriel Bonfim can make this fight very easy if he makes it ugly. And by ugly, I'm talking about Gabriel Bonfim has to push Randy Brown against the fence. Okay, because Randy Brown, he's too rangy. He's too good as a technical striker. Okay, he can hurt you if you keep the fight on the feet for too long. So that's the reason why I think Gabriel Bonfim, he needs to make this fight ugly. Push Randy Brown on his back foot, push him against the fence. Okay, use some dirty boxing against the fence, clinch him against the fence, utilize that dirty boxing, take him down. Okay, if he gets back up, take him back down, make him work. Okay, be a workhorse in that octagon because that's what it's going to take to beat Randy Brown. I think Gabriel Bonfim can pull this off by a submission if he's able to control Randy Brown on the ground and make him work. I see a submission for Gabriel Bonfim, to be honest with you. Maybe in the second or third round, guys. I'm going with Gabriel Bonfim to win that fight. And that's my UFC fight predictions, guys. All right, guys, that's it. That is it from top to bottom. Okay, I give my UFC fight prediction as it stands right now, guys. Okay, and I'm done with that. All right, like I said, if I had to rate this card, 1 being trash, 10 being best, I'm rating this card a 3, guys. A 3. I will be going live for this card, but let me tell you something. I'm not happy about it. This card is trash. I'm talking shit in the trash can, on fire trash. Okay? But anyways, guys, we're done with that. You know what I mean? Is there anything else? Is there anything, you guys want to talk about? Let me know in the chat. You know what I mean? Any what ifs? Okay? Any what ifs? All right. You guys still talking about man, holy shit, Waldo Cortez Acosta absolutely whipped the crap out of his opponent at UFC Las Vegas 110. I heard him call out the champion Tom Aspinall, but Dana White is planning Aspinall versus Gane 2. Look, let me tell you something, Christian. You are absolutely right about that. Let me tell you something. When it comes to Waldo Cortez Acosta, he proved what a fucking pussy Tom Aspinall is. Okay? Waldo Cortez Acosta got eye poked. All right? Never for a second gave up and said, I can't see. All right? He stood patient. He stood in the game. All right? And guess what? He went out there soon after, 5 seconds, 10 seconds later, and knocked his opponent clean the fuck out. Congratulations to Waldo Cortez Acosta. Okay, reviving that heavyweight division because that heavyweight division is in shambles. All right, it's bad enough that we have to call Tom Aspinall the champion. Okay, because he's not acting like a champion in my opinion. All right, and if it was to me, if I'm Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard, and Dana White, and the UFC, I'm booking Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane in December for that last pay-per-view. Sooner than later, they didn't even make that fight. Okay. But yeah, guys, I'll tell you what. When it comes to Tom Aspinall, he left a bad taste in my mouth, guys. Pause, no Diddy. Okay? Pause, no Diddy. He left a bad taste in my mouth. I don't like him. I don't like Tom Aspinall anymore. You know what I mean? He's just milking it at this point. The guy's still walking. It's literally been what, 2 weeks, a week? It's been almost 2 weeks almost. And the guy's still walking around with a fucking eye patch like he's a fucking walking around still in his Halloween costume. Are you serious, my guy? I saw your eye, and so did the doctor. The doctor said you're perfectly fine. What is wrong with you, Tom Aspinall? Grow a set. Okay, grow a set. Can't believe we got Tom Aspinall as a fucking UFC heavyweight champion. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That heavyweight division is in shambles. Okay? Now, when it comes to the UFC White House card, I wonder who's going to headline that, man. To be honest, is it going to be Alex Pereira? Is it going to be John Jones? I don't know. I really do not know. I would love to figure it out, to be real. I would love to figure it out, but I'm not sure who it's going to be. And I'm just being real. I don't know. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, that's about it, guys. I mean, that's about it for me. There's a whole debacle going on right now because there's fighters cheating, and there was some fixed fights that happened on Saturday night this past weekend at UFC Fight Night. And it's unfortunate, guys. It's unfortunate that we have mixed martial arts fighters out there risking their lives, okay, just to, feed their families. You know what I mean? Like if the UFC would pay their fighters better, maybe we wouldn't have this problem. Maybe we wouldn't have this problem. Because fight fixing, I mean, last weekend was blatant. I mean, the odds were crazy. You know what I mean? And I believe that fighter who, was a part of the fixing, I believe the UFC has released him. But, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Because even if I was to say, if they pay the fighters better, maybe, situations like this wouldn't happen. But look at what's going on in the NBA. We got guys who are getting paid millions of dollars, and they're still, doing scams. They're still fucking doing, point shaving, fixing games and whatnot. And these are multi-millionaires. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about this scandal that happens this Saturday or last Saturday. But goddamn, put some respect on Steve Garcia's name. That kid absolutely whipped his ass in the main event. No doubt he crippled his opponent. Onoma was obviously done. Let me tell you something. Steve Garcia went out there and he was landing everything in the kitchen sink. His striking looked phenomenal, man. All right, there was basically nothing his opponent could do, to be honest. It was a matter of time, you know what I mean, for Steve Garcia to actually go in there and finish him, to be real. Phenomenal performance, to be real. Phenomenal performance. He comes from a good training camp too. So a good team is behind him. I see some good things happening with Steve Garcia, to be real. But yeah, guys, I mean, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how everything unfolds with this fight fixing. I wonder. I already know the fighter was cut from the UFC, but I wonder. I wonder how often does this happen? You know what I mean? I just wonder how often does this happen? And it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me because it's gonna ruin the sport. You know what I mean? This betting situation that's going on, it's ruining the sport. You already see what's going on with the NBA, and now it's the UFC, is touching base with it as well, and it's atrocious. I don't know how else to explain it, to be real. And like I said, it's not like I could sit back and say, well, if you play the fighters better, maybe this wouldn't happen. Because like I said, in the NBA, we got multimillionaires still doing scams, still rigging games. And they're getting paid Millions of dollars. One of the coaches was getting a salary $9 million a year. $9 million a year, and you're still out here scamming and rigging games, rigging card games and shit. Unbelievable, guys. Honestly, unbelievable. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Because if I'm making $9 million a year, I don't see myself risking it. You know what I mean? I just don't see myself risking, you know what I mean, just for a couple more mil. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. Yeah, and fighters doing crypto scams, didn't Chimaev get exposed for that? I don't know. I don't think it was a situation. I don't want to talk on that situation just because I don't know the details about it. But from what I know, I don't think he was a part of it. I believe they contacted him as a sponsor, and then he ended up doing like a couple of posts, but then soon after he ended up finding out that they were scammers and they were scamming people. So he ended up, not moving forward with the sponsor. So I don't know specifics about that situation, but I believe that's how that situation went. But yeah, we got even that. We got even that going on. You know what I mean? Now about Tom Aspinall and his eye injury, I got an update on it. OE, I know what you are thinking, but unfortunately, Tom Aspinall's eye is 50%. His dad took him to a specialist, and it was no good. That's bullshit, guys. That's bullshit, guys. Wait. The guy has seen 5 doctors. You know what I mean? By this point, I don't know why you gotta see 5 doctors and 5 specialists for your fucking eye. All right. I have eye issues. I've had multiple eye issues. I have to see an optician many times. Okay, super fucking expensive as well. All right. And let me tell you something. Like, how many eye doctors do you need to see? You get what I'm saying? Like, no. That's bullshit, guys. I've seen that eye. I've seen the blogs. His eye is at 50% after a week. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here. Waldo Cortez Acosta, let me tell you something. He was good after 5 minutes and still was able to knock out his opponent. Okay? He was still able to knock out his opponent and stay within the fight. And did you see Waldo Cortez Acosta's eye at post-fight interview? His eye was like this, guys. Like this. Literally. No joke. His eye was probably at 30%. And he still knocked out his opponent. I don't want to hear no excuses for Tom Aspinall anymore. That fucking big baby. Okay? Next time he comes out to the octagon, his octagon shorts should be custom made. Okay? Diapers. Straight diapers. Because he shit the bed. Point blank period. Okay, Christian? I don't want to hear no excuses for that guy. That guy is atrocious. They should take the belt away from him. Guy is a joke. The guy's a joke. His daddy said, the 600 doctors said his eye is at 50%. That's why he wasn't able to, perform. Guys, let's not forget, Waldo Cortez Acosta got his eye poked, okay? And then after he got his eye poked, he got hit like about 25 times with hooks and jabs and uppercuts by his opponent. His opponent did not let up. And he still came out there, recovered just a little bit, and knocked him out. Tom Aspinall is a champion of the UFC. The guy got his eye poked, screamed he couldn't see, and he didn't even get hit after that. I don't want to hear no excuses for that, man. Give him some diapers, custom-made shorts at his next event, diapers, okay? Straight up. Pure facts. I'm sorry, guys. I don't like Tom Aspinall anymore. I don't like, and to be real with you, it's not like I liked him at all. I really never liked Tom Aspinall. You know what I mean? He doesn't do it for me. You know what I mean? He just doesn't do it for me. You know what I mean? Just doesn't do it for me at all. I knew he was just a super hype train. The UFC is trying to hype him just because, you know, he knocks out his opponent in the first round. But the reality is, if the fight went past the first round and went into the championship rounds, you would see a shell of himself. Facts. Facts. I can't wait to Cyril Gane to fight Tom Aspinall again so he can bring him, you know what I mean, into deep waters. And we can really see what Tom Aspinall really is. Because I'm telling you right now, the reason why he attacks in the first round cold-heartedly is because he has no cardio. You talk about cardio issues, Tom Aspinall, you're going to see him in this next fight. He's going to have cardio issues going into that championship rounds if he makes it that far. Okay? But yeah, guys, we're past the 30-minute mark. You already know what happens after the 30-minute mark. We could talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. It doesn't have to be mixed martial arts related. Rapid fire, guys. Okay, rapid fire. But yeah, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, support the community. All right, guys, support the community. Like I always say, guys, this is your channel. All right, I'm just the pilot. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. But yeah, guys, I'll tell you right now, I can't wait for UFC 322. I cannot wait for that one, man. That's the one card that I'm super excited for, man. You know, JDM versus Islam. That's going to be a fantastic fight. I still think Islam is going to take that fight, but it's going to be, you know, highly competitive. Highly competitive. All right, and then we got Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. Another phenomenal fight. You know, champion versus champion because, you know, Weili is still the champion, guys. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Mackenzie Dern, don't get me wrong. All due respect, Weili is still the champion. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. But yeah, guys. I think I'm going to call it, guys. I think I'm going to call it. You know what I mean? I already gave my UFC fight predictions. But yeah, guys, as it stands for 2025, when it comes to my UFC fight predictions, I'm 254 wins and 167 losses. That's 254 wins and 167 losses. That's way above 500. We're gonna continue getting these dubs, and we're gonna continue pushing this community. You already know what it is, guys. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. Hey, guys, I'm out of here. Until next time, one love. Peace.